You getting TradingView right now, or is it a problem because it's full screen?
No, that's good. You're good.
Okay, I'll fix it anyway. Okay, so what was I saying? Let me make sure I have things set up here. Yeah, okay, so you're in here, you hit signal mode is with autopilot, signal mode and autopilot frequency are the only ones that really affect the alerts. The rest is BS. So these things matter when you turn autopilot off. A lot of the settings with Lux Algo, I love it, but it also there's a lot to be desired when it comes to functionality. For example, this box down here, I have a hotkey, so it's wigging out. But this box down here is amazing, but none of the data is capturable in the alerts. So like this trend strength, if they made it plottable or anything, we could send that across, but you can't get that yet, and that's really annoying. Okay, so really we're looking for 3 signals out of the Lux Algo tool, which is the buy, sell, and exit. Okay, so these little X's is an exit strategy. And I can't find a lot of docs on when they fire. They don't always fire, but a lot of times they do, and at really good places. When they don't, it's kind of shitty, like in this situation. So this was a loss right here, right? And so today's been real crappy because it hasn't really swung. So just kind of just ping pong in here, death by 1,000 cuts. But if you go back here, it's been extremely profitable for quite a while.
Justin had the same issue with Lux Algo, by the way, in the sense that it would go really, really well when it was trending, and if it started going sideways, he would basically lose everything that he made. And so we eventually started looking at using ATR if ATR was too low, then we wouldn't, or other volatility metrics, if they're too low, then we would put it to sleep. Right, and we do
exactly. I literally spent 3 hours a day trying to solve that problem, and I haven't quite nailed it yet. But I've got some good ideas. But I'm certainly open to detecting a sideways market with very low swings over a short period of time period to try to just miss out on a few of these opportunities. I'm fine with that. Now, this whole strategy, my whole mindset is about. This is trend following. So these are all, breaking out. Here's the trend. It's going to break out. We're going to stick with it until it starts falling and it switches signals. And so this is all about trends. It's not trying to time the bottom or the top. It's just what's the market doing, and I'm just going to ride along. Right? I call it surfing with the whales. So right. This fits my overall strategy. The other kind of downside to Lux is it doesn't have the strategy tester built in, so you can't really see the performance. But 15 minutes works really good for me on that long-term time frame in the market for the last few months. Let me show you some.
Can I say something? Yeah. I'm sorry. You see where the cells are really short right here and really tight. The sell and strong and strong. So yeah, right. Here's where I get very confused, right? And I don't like. And ADX, right? ADX is a good indicator that takes out all this noise, right? This is the noise that we should be filtering out, right? And dude, I don't know, man. I'm very like I don't know. How do you filter out all these wrong when it consolidates right here?
That's exactly it. So what's awesome about TradeLab and why I'm here is for 2 reasons. One, there's not very many tools that will integrate with Kucoin futures, which is what I like. But aside from that, you can have secondary flags, secondary signals that it's waiting for before it'll actually open or close. So in theory, I can have another signal, say ADX, that I can track to see if it's high or low or in a range that I like, send that value over and over again on, to TradeLab. And when both are true, then it would actually take action. And that's exactly what I've been working on today is finding that right indicator, right signal.
That's perfect. Hell yeah.
And Justin used to say that Lux Algo by itself was a scam. Like it felt to him like a scam, but then as soon as you added other things to it, it was usable, right? And that's the whole idea here. Yeah.
And again, why I personally love it, and you'll probably beat this one home for as long as you know me. I always want simplicity over complexity, and so when I saw today's presentation, I'm inspired by it, but it's not really in my, if he shares that with me, I'd love to use it, but I don't have the time or energy to commit to solving it that way. I'm looking for, if I can do 50% as good as this thing's doing, but it's still profitable on a regular basis, I'm very happy because I can just multiply my leverage or increase my bank.
It's like this, man. Even though I have Jake's platform, right? It'll fire off, but I still have to take care of it, dude. No matter what. I mean, that's all there is to it. I wish there was something out there, no matter what, that could baby it.
Well, my next level is to only trade trending coins and symbols at that time and sort of rotate those into the strategy, and that's kind of the level of complexity I'd like to be at. Now I'm fine with checking in occasionally, and I'll probably be in front of it all day anyway. But my real goal is to get it to an automated status at some point, right?
Oh Jesus! Yeah, I mean, like Jake has, right? There's a heartbeat of some type, right? That you could check that type of status, right? You have a heartbeat, right? Hey, guess what? Hey, it just went long. And it's going wrong, you don't want it to go that status, well, it's going to reverse. And it'll reverse that fucking goddamn thing and say, you know what? It's going to go back the other way and go that way, right? It's going to make you money. So you got to put thresholds of some type, I don't know, an idea. You got to put some thresholds in that son of a bitch.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And then David's tools get you that, but then I spend more time trying to understand all the settings there, and then I just get overwhelmed with all the different settings. And then TradingView, I hate it. I don't know if everybody else has the same feeling, but the alert engine is just a real bitch. So
man. I mean,
so it's like compromising that, and that's why I fall in love with this setting. I just wanted to point out to other people that maybe haven't used this in a while.
Well, Jake's making it easy for us, man. So. And that's the whole point, man. So, yep. Fuck.
It's gonna get easier.
Well, don't you want it easy, dude? I mean, fuck.
That's
I want it easy.
The name of the game, right? So Lux has added this. Oh man, I got to turn off that hotkey. Lux has added this any alert function call, but see, it doesn't have the message formatting options. And so I'm up Jake's ass right now to help me parse it properly and maybe even make it a system parsed alert, because they're not planning on changing it anytime soon. And this would snap right in. And what this would do is allow you to have one alert.
So when they send it over, how is it all parsed though? Well, I mean, I guess Jake would see that, right? I mean,
it's a common string. It's just hard to parse.
Yeah, so let me explain. So this is, if you look at my screen, I actually created something for Travis, and it was also for use with Twitter and other plugins. So we have the plugin system that you can set up Twitter bots with. And what that uses the parser, right? So you can go into alert utilities and create an alert parser. And so for his example, he's using those messages, and he sent me a message earlier.
So he's got his own. Yeah. So his own form.
Yeah. So let me just show this real quick. So if I put this in here, So he wants to basically split it by different, delimiters, and split it up so that it ends up sort of like this, and then he can say type is by, and symbol, is ETHUSD. And so you can see right here that it's not matching up because of the different words. Really, what this needs is I need to remove space out of here. So if I said, and I asked you for the parser ID. Did you ever give me a parser ID?
Yeah, I put it in there.
Okay.
But I want that full string. I want confirmation strong by, normal sell, turn strong, literally that message.
Right.
So is that your stuff, Travis?
No, that is the, and I know I'm going fast, but there is an option, there is an alert on TradingView that as far as the Lux Algo alert, that'll let you just set one alert, and it's going to send all of the signals to this to one URL with one alert, versus having to set it. Right now you have to set it. Right now I'm setting up 3: one for the buy, one for the sell, and one for the exit.
Yeah. Nice.
But there's some cooler stuff that the any alert sends that you can't even get out of Lux Algo without this functionality, which is some neat messages like normal buy just turned to a strong buy, for example. That is interesting. I might double down or something like that if I get that message.
So if I,
Now you can click all 3. Well, you probably know that you can actually do type all 3. It's like click, yeah, but I don't think it works right. But yeah. Yeah, so that goes back to like my simple, right? If I can just have one alert per timeline for a symbol, I can pump a lot of traffic through and keep my alerts short. That way I'm not juggling alerts. The other problem with Lux is that they update that bitch and you have to go through and recreate all your damn alerts each time. So if I have 400 alerts, then I just, anyway, that's, I like to try to keep it simple in that sense, because I fat finger stuff too often and it's a real bitch.
That's something to keep up with Lux Algo, is that Justin, I told you that he was profitable and then he eventually sort of quit trading. I think he's trading with manual trading right now because he lost confidence in the bot because it just kept losing. And I told him several times, but again, he got hurt, right? And so he was dealing with other life stuff. But I told him several times, I was like, you need to go in and redo all your alerts and reset up Lux Algo because you haven't done that in months. And I'm sure that it's updated. I'm sure that the autopilot values need to be updated and reloaded. And that's the thing about autopilot, is they're doing weighting and stuff like that, but the weights that the autopilot uses are also tweaked every several weeks or whatever, and they either update it, or I think there's even a place that you can copy it from their Discord and insert it into to change the weights of it. But long story short, even the autopilot is something that needs updating, and there's no way for a strategy maker in TradingView to go out and like grab that from an API. So if I had my own system and I just wanted to auto update, I can't do that. They don't let me. So you would have to literally delete your alerts and remake them so that you get the new strategy, waiting for it.
Yeah, absolutely. But my theory is that if we're trading the top 50, only trading symbols that are ranking top 50, not in market cap, but in actual momentum for the day, and it's not a flat market, it actually proves out to be very profitable. So I got to figure out how to rotate in different symbols and things like this, but that's coming soon. I've been working on all of this manually, trying to use the same library you're familiar with, but I figured why not just get out of that, because it's not profitable for me to to spend time programming it these days when somebody else can do that part. But it's really that easy, old Jake. The next thing is I really like the 15-minute with Lux Algo on that long term in this market for the last few months has been brilliant. And then it's just kind of coin hunting, looking at it. You got to review it and make sure it's not doing anything too stupid. And then if you cut out the flat stuff, potentially with ADX or something, which is where I'm at right now, and getting that to fire in.
You're not doing it manually, so are you doing it? I mean, you're doing it with Jake Lab. I mean, are you doing it and watching it with Jake's Autobot stuff, or no? How are you doing it, dude?
No, yeah, I have these alerts going over to TradeLab.
Jake stuff, and then you watch it, right?
Yeah, I'm keeping a close eye on it, not because I don't trust the TradeLab, not because I don't trust Lux, but because the Kucoin implementation at TradeLab currently is, it's just rough. So, and everybody says don't trade a lot of money yet, but
Wait,
the other thing is I feel like Americans aren't going to be able to use leverage for much longer, so I'm a little bit in a hurry to make some money while the market is still available.
Do you mind if I look at what you have a setup here? And hold on. So you have type buy, right? Interval. So why don't you have like all the hold on. You have like so you're typing it out, right? Buy.
Yeah, I just copy and paste this. All I care about is that it turned green or red. There's a lot of settings here, watch. So you've got all these different things to choose from, but this is the one that says any buy, basically strong or regular, because you'll see some of these say strong. But any buy or any sell is either of those. And so I just enforce it. I don't care about anything else that's plotted. I would like to know the trend strength, but they just are not on it to send that across. You cannot capture this in any way. But of course I can send across other signals data if I wanted to. I haven't got there yet. Of course, once per bar close on the confirmation buy sells.
Okay.
The names is for reference.
Yeah.
The right URL that matches TradeLab alert. Yeah. And the only other difference that you'd want to know is my exit is set to once per bar. If I get an exit signal, I want out. I don't care if it doesn't confirm.
Okay. So you didn't do it to close. Why didn't you do it to close?
I just send the buy signal. I send the sell or buy signal, and then over my strategies, I'll show you the strategies real quick, and you'll see it's pretty basic, but it's also kind of cool.
Okay.
So really, it's just a very simple strategy. On the open for the long, I'm waiting for buy, right? That's the type.
Yeah.
And it'll open. And then it's doing two things. It's either waiting for the word exit or sell. Yeah. So these are two different alerts. And then I just flip it on the short, right? So if it gets a sell, it closes the buy and then opens the short. Now, if I don't feel like shorting that day, I may turn those off. But for the most part, I like riding the market both directions.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Entry rule.
Yeah, I got 3 rules. Simple.
Dude, send that to me, man. Come on, let me copy that shit, and then.
Yeah, of course. It's all right here.
Okay.
So,
All right, brother.
yeah.
Yeah, just share it. Yeah.
So here we're just going to share the strategy, and this will be available in the community strategies page, and I'll go ahead and make another video showing how to set this up. Thank you for watching. This has been how to set up Lux Algo, and if you have any more questions, feel free to join us on Discord. Subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.